Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Butte Mountain Homestead. I had already filmed about 5 minutes and I realized I forgot to turn my phone camera sideways because that shows better on the screen for those that don't view it on their phones or a computer screen. The TV screen, it shows the narrow version. But what I have here today, I am pressure canning some ham and bean soup with my mother-in-law. She's going to be here in a little bit with the pressure canner. I soaked these overnight. The guidelines show to be about halfway with everything, including beans. So since I'm doing ham and beans, I think I am going to take some of those out. And I also have a pot going just to make a pot of bean soup anyway, so nothing goes to waste. I did make some broth out of the ham bone, so I'm going to top that off. That's when I'm going to top the jars off with some of that, and then I'm going to have carrot, celery, onions. I'm going to do some herbs, not very many, and like a quarter of a bay leaf. After researching just different recipes, you also hear their methods of canning or their instructions per se. And one gal, I'm not going to name her because that's what she follows and that's her house. So it's kind of like you do your research and you do what you feel comfortable, but just remember pressure canning is for your health. So I guess the USDA book of canning shows that pressure canning bean soup that may or may not contain meat is 60 minutes for pints. I've always read, and in the Ball Blue book, their bean soup recipe says exactly what I've believed and what I've been doing, is pints are an hour and 15 minutes, quarts hour and 30 minutes, which is 75 and 90, because it contains meat. I guess the rule of thumb is that when it contains meat, you go with the higher processing time. So that's what I'm going to do. These are going to be processed for 75 minutes. And when I have some things to do outside, I have to go let the chickens have their breakfast and open up their windows and make sure they have clean water and all that. I'll show you a couple things when I get out there. I just need to kind of hurry this morning because she's going to be here pretty soon. But I did prep everything so when she gets here we can get rolling. And today's a gorgeous day, so I shouldn't be canning. I should be outside. Should be canning tomorrow. But her schedule allowed for today to be better. So, and I can do it. It's just I like her there just for that. In case I do that one thing or I don't wait long enough for one thing, I want her there. So she usually lets me do it. She just watches me so that if she needs to correct me, then she does. Hopefully pretty soon I'll just be able to just do it. I think I'm almost there, and I know I could. I'm just not because it's pressure canning. I just don't want to, like I said, it's for your health, so I just don't want to mess it up. So, and it gives me time with her. So, anyways, that's what I'm doing there, and I'm going to get out with the chickens and the garden, and I'll show you a couple things, so hang tight. Okay, I got their water going, but what I ended up doing is I pulled the Brussels sprouts because they're starting to bolt. So, yeah, that was a really bad lesson. Caused me Brussels sprouts. This was the 4th year of nothing on Brussels sprouts. So, this I think is because of the where it's growing. So I'm going to give it one more year. I'm going to plant them way up there in that front bed, way up front this next fall, and see what we get. If we don't get anything, then that's it. And that's sad because that's our favorite vegetable. So, I don't think I have anything. I mean, the onions and celery, they fared pretty good with the frost. We had a pretty hard freeze this week. So, they did pretty good. I don't see any potatoes coming up yet. I did have one volunteer right there, if you guys remember, and the frost did kill that. But I don't see anything popping up yet, which is fine. We still have weeks to go. I mean, something will grow in there. There's what, 48 or something like that. I'll have to go back and look. But yeah, it's I've been getting a lot done, but look at that business. Holy smokes. And we had and then there's a chamomile growing in with a weed, so I need to, and that weed hurts, so I need to have my gloves on when I pull that. But I'm going to do all that this afternoon. Yeah, the chamomile's coming up strong in here, so I've been doing pretty good getting ahead of things, but I need to get these leaves, you know, cleaned up. I just need to do some more tidying up. It is a gorgeous day. This is a bummer. I'm inside. Ah, oh well. That's how it goes. I see lots of bulbs coming up. Yeah, there's an allium right there. There should be, oh yep, right here too. There's allium right there. And then the lamb's ear I need to divide. I don't remember what bulb that is. It's obviously something. We'll just have to wait and see. Huh. I really don't remember planting anything there. But it's definitely a bulb. Okay, we'll just wait and see. Same with right there too. What in the world? Huh. And let's see. Parsley. It survived. I covered it during the frost, so it did good. And yeah, see, the leaves are starting to show up on those roses, so I'm not going to prune those back as hard, I guess. I'll just come in and just, darn it. Should have did it the other day. See, there's new leaves. There's new growth. So I'm just going to come in and just cut them down a little bit. I did half of this one over there. So I will just, oh, and I did that half. So I have maybe a whole one total by the time I'm done. And I had covered this lime tree, but oh, there's another bud on there. So I think we're okay. And the peach tree is covered in blooms. That is so exciting. I'll see if I can zoom because I don't want to walk out right there. But the peach tree has so many blooms. I hope we don't get a late frost. I hope the frost the other night, there's still blooms on there. So I think they'll be okay. They weren't fully out when the frost came. And I don't think that apple made it. So I need to get the one transplanted that's up there by the shed. I'm going to zoom back out. Hold on. All right. So I'm going to get back inside and get ready to can. I will show you in a little bit. Okay, they processed for 75 minutes. I got 8 pints. And I forgot to film loading up the jars. So, anyways, I will show you when I take them out. Okay, everything is out of the canner. There is still a little bit of boiling, but there doesn't look like there was any siphoning. So that is a good sign to see. Oh, excuse the dog. He doesn't like his dad just went to work without him. But super good stuff. Let's see in the canner. I don't see, I mean, there's a little bit of, I mean, you can see it right down here where the glare is, but not too bad. That might have just been on the jar, which it shouldn't have been. But I do see some right here, but it didn't bring the level down. So I'm pretty, and it looks like they've already all sealed. So super excited about that. That's 8 meals on the shelf. And then I have a pot going because I don't know why I soaked the beans, but I did. And then I just put I used all the broth from the ham bone in the jars, but I just stuck the bone back in there for flavor. And then I chopped ham. I had quite a bit left, actually, enough to where I can do a split pea soup here. That'll probably be one of my next things. And then just some carrots, onion, celery, bay leaf, and water. So pretty good stuff.